call this meeting to order. Ms. Duncan, if we could start off with the roll call, please.
Trustee Aguilar. Present. Trustee Borja. Trustee Oshinsky. Here. Trustee Pearl.
Present.
Trustee Parola. Present. Trustee Rocha. Trustee Sheridan.
Present. Trustee Aguilar, would you mind leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please? All right, at this point, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved. I'll second.
Moved by Clerk Oshinsky, seconded by Trustee Aguilar. Please vote. And this item moves 6-0. Okay, do we have any public comment? Perfect. So we're going to start with our presentations, one of our favorite nights of the year. Celebrating schools is truly something that we get an opportunity to get a glimpse of what's going on at these school sites, and I can tell you that everyone on this board loves these meetings. So we're going to start with Jefferson Elementary School.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. I'm Natalie Valencia. I'm the principal at Jefferson Elementary.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Fleur McJilton. I'm the vice principal at Jefferson.
So this is our last year with Jefferson. The dynamic duo is splitting up. But we're excited to share with you our highlights for this year, some of which we've been building over the last 3 years with our amazing staff. Thank you. All right, so we are one of the schools that has a dual language immersion program. Ours is in Spanish. We are now in our 5th year of DLI implementation. Our first cohort, which started during the pandemic, is now in 4th grade, and next year they will be the first graduating cohort of our DLI program in Spanish, so we're really excited and looking forward to that. We have worked with Teaching for Biliteracy this year, as well as the Bay Area Writing Project for professional development for our teachers, supporting our 4 pillars of the DLI model. And then we are one of the schools that received the Community Schools Grant this year as well, and because of that grant, we were able to work with Lead by Learning. So our instructional leadership team received professional development. With Lead by Learning, we focus on data-driven instructional practices and action research, with an emphasis on our strategies that support our multilingual learners.
All right, so our next slide represents and reflects all of our work that we have done to support our multilingual learners. And specifically, our focus was around integrated and designated supports in the classroom, whole class and small groups. Our intervention specialists and our team really supported with modeling, collaboration, and planning with our teachers and with our small group cohort and our small group lessons. We did a really great job in supporting students' needs and strengths. In addition to that, we do have a ELD para. She's an amazing support, and we were very intentional about who she would be supporting in regards to our multilingual learners. And we are very proud of our 4-week LPAC boot camp. We had some dedicated staff in addition to our intervention specialists, teachers, and other staff members who accommodated 20 students. This was a focus in partnership with our ELAC group, our family group, and we were really hoping to help our students reclassify this year. So we did support 20 students. We're waiting for our scores, but we're hoping that we did really well this year. In addition to that, our intervention specialists also helped us. Down below, we have some students who are showcasing their lovely emotions. We took pictures of our kids. This is our amazing lunch bunch, and it really targets socialization skills and tools for our students to use inside and out of the classroom to be able to regulate and just socialize with their peers. We also this year brought on Playworks. In Playworks, we partnered in regards to playground play and structured activities outside. We had junior coaches, so a leadership opportunity for our students to lead activities with students outside. And then, of course, we continued our partnership with Soul Shop in regards to our character education and conflict resolution, who you will hear about with our peacemakers in just a moment.
And then this is our 3rd year with our student council, which was originally proposed and started by a student who is at Bancroft currently. And so with our 3rd year, we're offering our students leadership skill building opportunities, and we are going to have them take the podium now, so they're going to talk to you a little bit about their experiences.
Hi, my name is David, and I'm the Jefferson Student Council student body president. I thought it was really special that while we were having our school election, the whole country was voting for a president too. Writing speeches and speaking in front of our grades was exciting and a little scary, but it helped us become more confident.
Hi, my name is Callie. This year we learned how to run meetings using Robert's Rules of Order. It was new for us, but we got the hang of it quickly. We also wrote and presented a speech at a school board meeting, which made us nervous and proud.
Hi, I'm Viana. We worked on fundraising, like selling candygrams and running a bake sale. We raised enough money to go on a field trip. One of our biggest projects was organizing Jefferson's Got Talent. From posters to practices to the big show. It was a blast for everyone.
Hi, I'm Jaden. We planned Spirit Weeks to get students reading and celebrating together. For Read Across America, our 2nd graders read the most. We also helped the community by collecting over 300 pounds of food for the food bank. Being on Student Council taught us how to lead, work as a team, and speak up. We're proud of what we accomplished, and we're grateful for your support. Thank you.
All right, great job. So our next slides are going to be around our partnerships. At Jefferson, we like to say teamwork makes the dream work. So we are especially proud of our partnership with Boys and Girls Club this year. We did have a staff academic liaison, and the purpose for that is to align our practices during the day and then after school as well. So we had our 3rd grade teacher who became our liaison, and they actually modeled interactive read-alouds for our youth development professionals. So they came to visit their classroom, and they would learn some instructional tips about read-alouds that they could do in the after-school program as well. And this helped, the liaison also helped with restructuring the power hour for after school, which was an amazing opportunity for us to align and partner. The other partnership, in continuation with Boys and Girls Club, we also had a lot of enrichment programs this year that we were very proud of. We have a couple teachers here who helped us with Girls on the Run. They did an amazing job at Marina a couple weeks ago. We also, from ACES staff, offered tennis, soccer towards the end. Just a few weeks ago, we just ended with Warriors basketball. We also had drumming, ballet folklorico, And we had just a lot of opportunities for the kids to experience our enrichment programs. In addition to that, we typically love to partner with our families, and our intervention specialists hosted a family literacy night. As you can see, we have our intervention specialists going over interactive read aloud. Each family that attended was able to get a literacy kit with books and bookmarks and just some tips around what to do at home in regards to reading with their students. And this year we had 2 cohorts of Latino literacy. And we had 2 of our teachers do year 2. The first year was last year. They went through the cohort with the teacher, and then we brought on new families to do year 1. We had our fabulous celebration yesterday afternoon, where we celebrated our families in their growth as collaborating with each other and supporting their kids at home. And lastly, for our literacy, well, not our literacy night, but our partnership, was we did have an intervention specialist who also presented a Know Your Rights workshop for our families. It was a 2-part series, and as our leadership transitioned this year for our country, we actually tried to listen to what our families needed, and we supported them in regards to providing them information to empower them so that they would know their rights moving forward. And then last but not least, for this part, we are so proud of this partnership. Shout out to stopwaste.org, Angelina Vergara. This was an amazing launch that happened a few weeks ago. This is Dr. Eco Hero, such an amazing launch. Eco Hero came over and just taught us about recycling and waste management. And on the left-hand side, you can see that this is our green team. And the best thing about this was our goal was to minimize waste by 25%, and we actually exceeded that goal, and we got waste down to 4%, so we're very proud of that. Yes.
So they're hearing it for the first time, but they are getting extra recess next week because we met our school goal. So the whole school gets extra recess. Well done, Jaguars. Okay, so for our volunteer of the year. Our volunteer of the year is a dedicated parent leader who leads PATAS, that's our African American Affinity Group. She assists with community events, she chaperones field trips, she helped coordinate and lead our Black History Month assembly. Whether she's lending a helping hand or she's spreading empathy and kindness, checking in on admin to see how we're doing and how she can be helpful, we can always count on our volunteer, and we love her so much, and we're so grateful to have her. Congratulations, Rochelle Williams Broughton. Okay, we're going to close out a little bit differently this year. You heard a couple minutes ago that one of our partnerships was with Soul Shop, and part of the Soul Shop program is we have these amazing peacemakers who help us out with conflict resolution on the playground. So we're going to give it off to them, and they're going to help close us out for tonight.
My name is Julius, and I've been a peacemaker for 3 years. I've enjoyed helping out the school with my partner. Through talking with the kids and helping them with their problems, I've made the school a safer place. We walk around the playground, and if we see pushing or yelling, we ask if they need help solving the problem. We also get to lead the word chant and come up with ideas for the school's score raffle. Today we have a few of my fellow peacemakers to lead the word chant in English and Spanish.
Okay, all right, Jaguars in the audience, help us out whenever you're ready. Everywhere we go, people want to know who we are, so we tell them, we are Jefferson, the mighty, mighty Jaguars, if they can't hear us, we'll say it a little louder, we are Jefferson, the mighty, mighty Jaguars, 1, 2, 3, roar! Ready? All right, and because we're a dual language immersion school, we're also going to do it in Spanish. Go. A todos lados que vamos, la gente quiere saber quiénes somos. Entonces les decimos, somos Jefferson, jaguares poderosos. Y si no escuchan, entonces les gritamos, somos Jefferson, jaguares poderosos. 1, 2, 3, roar!
All right, let's give a hand to the Jefferson Jaguars. All right, San Leandro High, we're going to be calling on you next. That's going to be a tough act to follow, but come on up.
Hi, everybody. I'm so glad that you're here to hear about our amazing students and what they do at San Leandro High School. I also wanted to say thank you for creating this event so we have the opportunity to share with you, because you hear some things, but this is an opportunity to highlight maybe some of the events and opportunities you don't always get to hear about. My name's Maite Barloga, and I'm the principal at San Leandro High School, and I'm very proud to have students here to tell you about their experience at the high school and how they are living the graduate profile of our district. They are critical thinkers, they are communicators and collaborators, ethical and cultural leaders, and they really are aware of the importance of taking care of their minds and their bodies. So I'm going to hand it over to Aiden Flamenco right now.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Aiden Flamenco, and I'm the president of our school's mock trial team. And our mock trial team this year admittedly started off really in a rough space. Last year, our team was made up of mostly seniors, and so this year, everybody graduated. We had 2 people, and we had to build a team by the second semester and train them to go against the top teams in California in this competition. And at first, we were all like really nervous, but eventually, as we built our team and as we trained with each other, we were able to overcome our nervousness and we were able to do pretty good. But even above all our victories, I think we had better triumphs in how we worked together. Because in our competitions, there are attorneys who are usually good at debating, there's witnesses who are usually really good at acting, and there's other roles like the courtroom artist who are really good at arts and crafts. And I think that it's just amazing how we're able to gather all these people with all these diverse specialties, and we're able to work together to try and beat another school. Now, on a more individual level, each of our team members also get a lot of really good networking opportunities. Just about 2 months ago, I had gone to the SLED Spring Fling, and I gave a speech over there, and SLED helped us a lot. They helped us with the funding of our admissions fee into the competition. It's about $700 per team, and they covered that for us. They also covered some of our team members weren't able to afford suits, and so they covered the cost as well there because there's a dress code in the courtroom. Another really good networking opportunity that we had was Law Day, which was about a couple weeks ago, where we met a lot of judges and attorneys over at the Superior Courthouse. And last year, the Attorney General of California also went there. So I just think that it's been a great opportunity to be able to be the president of our mock trial team, and I'm looking forward to where we're able to go with this next year. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Stephen Tapia.
I am Ari Trinidad, and we are the co-project managers of STREAM Academy. If you do not know what STREAM Academy stands for, that stands for Science, Technology, and Robotics, Engineering, Arts, and Mathematics. We are a team of student individuals who like to focus more on the technology-based learning. And although we do focus a lot on electronics, such as coding and wiring, we do not expect all the students to know how to do these specific goals. So we build this community to help one another, to not depend on only our own skills, but to depend on others as well, to create more of a community for our futures.
A part of that community is an event we have called Fourth Fridays. Every fourth Friday of the month, we have a little party that celebrates us being in STREAM Academy. We have a main game we play, snacks, food, and when the main game is done, they are allowed to be with each other to build even more of a tighter community. Our current STREAM seniors earned the Seal of Civic Engagement for making and producing educational toys and games for kids at a Haitian school who may not be able to afford or get their own. One of them was a matching game where two cards would have the same picture, and one of them would have the name of the picture, like a banana, in English, and the other one in Haitian Creole.
One of our main projects that we do is our escape room. Each year, each cohort does their own escape room. Last year, our cohort did a space failures themed escape room. In this escape room, we did our work between 501 and 502 hallway. This year's cohort will be able to create their escape room in a much bigger space, and they will also be more centric and focused on technology-based puzzles. Their theme this year will be museum heist.
Some of you have actually come to do the escape room we made last year, and we'd like to invite you all to come to do it this year as well, which Ms. Berloga will send you the schedule later. We actually have a little small gift to give to you guys. It is a little laser cut logo of our school, and we have one for each of you.
We hand this out?
Yeah. Go to this end. Oh, yeah.
For those of you that can't see that, it's a smaller version of this that Stephen just created out of nowhere for me, so thanks. And next, I would like to introduce our show choir, a very new program at San Leandro High School.
Hello, we are part of the San Leandro High School show choir. Unfortunately, some of our members were unable to make it tonight. We are one of 3 choral groups at San Leandro High School. We are the newest. We meet during zero period at 7:30 in the morning. And what makes us unique from the rest of the choir groups is that we sing and dance at the same time. And we would like to invite you all to our concert, our choral concert, the last concert of the year, tomorrow evening. And we are super happy to be here. We are going to perform a song. Thank you, show choir, and everybody go see them tomorrow.
Good evening, board members, district staff, and members of the community. My name is Erisbeth Orozco, and I've had the privilege of serving as ASB Vice President at San Leandro High School during the 2024 to 2025 school year. I'm grateful to stand before you tonight and share a glimpse into the incredible and meaningful work our student body has accomplished this past year, work that proudly reflects our district's mission to engage, educate, and empower. This year, our ASB team focused on earning the California State Seal of Civic Engagement, which recognizes students who demonstrate an active commitment to civic life through service and participation. For us, that commitment translated into thoughtful action, listening to our peers, elevating their voices, and organizing events that were both inclusive and impactful. One of our guiding principles was to ensure that every individual on campus felt acknowledged and valued. We reimagined rallies to highlight the cultural diversity that makes our school unique and encourage participation across grade levels. Announcements and promotions were translated into multiple languages, and a variety of platforms have been used to communicate with students in ways that resonate with them most. These efforts may seem small, but they helped make our campus feel more welcoming and reflective of who we are. We also prioritize recognition. Throughout the year, we celebrated academic excellence, artistic innovation, athletic milestones, and the day-to-day wins that often go unnoticed. From AP scholars to student athletes to club leaders, we made space to honor hard work in all of its forms. A particularly meaningful moment for us was coming together to support a cherished member of our school who is currently battling cancer. That experience reminded us of the power of community and the strength found in unity. School spirit was another key focus. We relaunched the Athlete of the Month initiative, led by Isabella Hernandez, and introduced themed sports games that brought energy to the stands and built a deeper sense of pride across the campus and onto the community. These moments of celebration became opportunities to strengthen connections among students, staff, and families. Clubs remained active and engaged, raising funds, building awareness, and leading conversations on issues that matter to them. One of the standout moments of the year was the return of the SLHS Olympics, which had been paused since the pandemic. It was a week filled with teamwork, laughter, and friendly competition. With 10 teams, including one of teachers, it became more than just a series of lunchtime games. It sparked joy, brought people together, and created a sense of excitement across the campus. One of the events that meant the most to me personally was Pirate for a Day. We welcomed 8th graders from Bancroft and Muir with cheerleaders, music, and pure pirate energy. From the moment they stepped onto campus, we made sure they felt the culture and spirit that makes SLHS so special. They heard from student leaders, saw performances from our STEP team and notables, and played student games. The event ended with students being given the opportunity to explore our programs through club booths and guided tours. We wanted them to leave feeling not only informed, but excited to be part of something greater. It was a powerful example of how student leadership can play a role in guiding and empowering the next generation of pirates. Across all of these efforts, our intention has been to foster an environment where involvement is meaningful, recognition is intentional, and every student has the opportunity to feel a sense of purpose and pride in their school. This was made easy with the addition of our brand new gym, an expansive space to come together and participate in all that San Leandro has to offer. Between many of the events listed above and the multitude of community-based college fairs and state testing that have been held in the 7 short months since its opening, it has truly become a space of enrichment for all groups to utilize in its fullest capacity. On behalf of the entire ASB team, I want to express our sincere appreciation for not solely the opportunity to lead, but the space and resources to excel. We are proud of what we've built, and even more proud to contribute to a school culture that continues to grow stronger in care and engagement. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Naomi Chabani, and I'm the CEO of the Leandro High Business Academy. I am as well a varsity cheerleader, and I am an ASB commissioner for spirits and rallies. I'm proud to say that Leandro High has played a huge role in shaping who I am today. Being a part of this school gave me more than just an education. It gave me confidence, leadership, and a strong sense of community. I plan to attend Cal State East Bay in the fall and major in psychology. One of the biggest highlights of my SO years has been the partnership between Leandro High and Cal State East Bay. That connection made the college application process so much easier and less overwhelming. Thanks to this collaboration, I had access to college prep resources, support with my applications, and direct guidance from college representatives. What could have been a stressful and confusing process felt organized, accessible, and motivating. This partnership helped me understand what to expect in college and gave me the confidence to pursue higher education with clarity and excitement. Beyond that, my leadership roles have taught me how to organize, communicate, and lead with purpose. Whether I'm planning a rally, guiding the Business Academy, or cheering on the sidelines, I've learned the value of teamwork, dedication, and showing up for my community. Leandro High didn't just prepare me for college. It helped me discover who I am and what I'm capable of. I'm incredibly thankful for the people and opportunities that made this experience unforgettable. Thank you everyone for listening, and have an amazing rest of your night.
I just want to say I love coming to work every day, and this is the main reason why. I also have a very supportive district, thank you very much, and a great admin team. We try to have a little fun when we can, and this was part of leadership doing Spirit Week. We should like to show our participation. So I can't do this job without the students, without you, without district support. Definitely can't do it without a very important parent that joined San Leandro High School last year, and every day contributes, even if it's letting me know, the gates might not be open yet early in the morning, or someone's parked in the bus lane, shows up to every meeting, always positive, willing to give us feedback. Very much appreciate Mason Rashid, our Volunteer of the Year.
All right, great job, San Leandro High. There we go. All right, next up we have Lincoln High School.
Good evening. Thank you for allowing me to come up and share a little bit about Lincoln High School. My name is Matthew Steinecke. I'm the proud principal of Lincoln High School. And thank you for our audience. Thank you, trustees, cabinet, Dr. Mike, for allowing us the opportunity. I Well, we are in year 2 of our brand new campus. And with the brand new campus comes a couple brand new programs to Lincoln High School. And I will talk a little bit about what those programs are and what we were able to do at Lincoln High School. We are in year 2 of our community school, and we're very proud to really embrace Goal 1, universally designed education for college and career readiness. So with the new school, we have new classrooms and these new courses. Our 2 new courses I will highlight today or this evening are culinary arts and forensic science. A couple of the students weren't able to make it, so we were able to record them. And, looks like someone clicking for me. Thank you.
What I liked about culinary arts, I love cooking, I love eating, I love learning about healthy, nutritious stuff. It was like a good experience. I would do it again, but I definitely learned a few stuff for home as well.
And then the next slide.
I liked about culinary class is that we enjoyed real good food. We ate, we cooked, and we had a teacher to lead us throughout all.
And it allowed me to make nutritious foods while also being healthy.
So with our culinary arts being our first year, we're still figuring out how to create the menus, how to help the students. So we are looking to create better menus and better food for our students next year. Our second class that we want to share is our forensic science class. Our forensic science class borrowed from forensic biology and also incorporating some of the interests of the students. So we have another student who is sharing her experience with forensic science.
About forensic bio was that we learned how crime scenes are investigated and did a lab where we got hands-on experience investigating a simulated murder case.
And that was a lot of excitement at Lincoln. Watching run around, what is this on the ground? I thought I had to call the custodian, but nope, it was learning, and it was our forensic science class. In addition to our 2 new classes, we have a new partnership with Chabot College. We were able to offer 2 dual enrollment classes this school year. Our first class we offered was African American Student Leadership, and that was in the fall semester. And then in the spring semester, we offered a college success class. We had about 10, 12 students per semester move through and finish the Chabot course, so we are looking to continue that partnership for next school year. Also, we continued our work with our pre-apprenticeship class. So the big highlight for our pre-apprenticeship classes and with a partnership from community schools is we're to increase our access to field trips. And we were able to go to the elevator training center where students were able to learn not only what it takes to repair elevators, but how to get into the career in elevator inspections and repairs. So it was fantastic. I missed that trip. I wanted to go. But also we were able to bring in PG&E, electricians and plasterers to our class to provide for our students. The great thing about this program is that students finish with a national certificate from the National Buildings and Trades Union. In addition, that certificate, they have to get their OSHA 10, they have to have their CPR first aid, and they have to have their driver's license. Those are all things that are needed just to get into the apprenticeship. So we want to make sure we're providing all of that for our students. Our second goal that we are focusing on tonight is our positive school climate and connectiveness. So this is really where we use our community school process, the 14 pillars, to look at what we do at Lincoln and to expand our programs. We surveyed our students several times throughout the year, but one program, one aspect that our students were really interested in was beauty innovators, esthetician, that's it, esthetician. So we had a couple industry experts come work with our students to talk through what the business is, what clients, how to order supplies, and also the legal and licensing aspect of the career. So it was a great program for our students. We also continued and beefed up our advisory program. So part of the community school is around social emotional learning and to make sure that we're addressing the needs of our students. So we had an existing advisory program, but through the expansion of the community school, we were able to offer we started and we're expanding next year, but a mindfulness. So we partnered with Mindful Life Project and they came in end of February, March, for our weekly advisories to talk about mindfulness and lead our students through some exercises. In addition, you can see it's a lot larger up here, but we also use the advisory to go through the State Seal of Civic Engagement to help our students apply for that seal on their diploma. And also, we use that to make sure we're going over the FAFSA for those of you not quite high school or looking into high school. FAFSA is our free application for student aid. So that is the first step to going towards college. So we want to make sure all of our students are filling out the FAFSA. And that's part of what we do our weekly advisory program on. In addition, we want to make sure we're giving back to our community. So at the beginning of the year, we did a park cleanup through the city of San Leandro, and we also did the San Leandro Marina cleanup, which is very exciting programs to have our students give back to the community and be a part of San Leandro. In addition, because of our partnership with community school, but also reaching out to our partner school, Virtual Academy, we share some of the same staff. So some Virtual Academy and Lincoln were able to participate in these resume and interview workshops that were after school. We had a slight Zoom component, which was great. And we've also expanded our opportunities for our students to go into the community through our field trips. So we have just a couple pictures here of our Exploratorium field trip, but we really expanded our students going out into the community, learning, and bringing back what they've learned to the school. So we went to Laney College, we went to Chabot, we went to SF State, and we also went to the Cal Academy of Sciences and the Exploratorium. We also went to the African American Museum and Library of Oakland, Cal Academy of Sciences, and San Leandro Kaiser. So in previous years, we would maybe go on 2 or 3 field trips, and you can see we've expanded to about 8, and we're really happy. We're in our 10th year of our Remember Them field trip, where we visit the monument in Oakland, around 25 humanitarians. So we have a 25-day lead up to our Remember Them field trip, and that is tomorrow. So if this meeting was next week, we would have nice pictures of the Remember Them field trip, but we're excited to continue that 10-year tradition tomorrow with our Remember Them field trip. And 2 of the partnerships that we are continuing is our Fresh Lifelines for Youth. They run a 5th and 6th periods, so after lunch during the school day, a program designed to empower our youth to work as change agents. And also, we have partnered with Street Soccer to continue to bring change into the community through the sport of soccer. So it was very good where they were able to set up and create. Thought that was a fire alarm. Thank you. So we were able to use street soccer, and they were able to build community and to make our teams and our school a much safer place when students are able to use their words to work through problems. So it's been a very good thing for Lincoln. Our third goal around community, family, and employee engagement is a cooking matter. So we have our culinary lab, and this is our first year having culinary arts, but we've had an existing partnership with Cooking Matters 18 Reasons, and they do a 6-week after-school session. But this year, with our community school, new facility, we said, why can't we have family cooking nights? So we were able to have one session Friday nights where our families were able to come in and learn meal prep, cook, and then they took the groceries home so that they were able to bring those groceries. What was great about this is we partnered with John Muir, being is right next door, invited their families to join us. So we had 6 weeks sessions between Lincoln and Muir families, learning how to cook, coming together. There's a couple of the pictures right there. And this was a further partnership using the culinary lab. John Muir and their Kingmakers program were creating meals for Black History celebration. So they came over, worked with our culinary students, and created the meals. It wasn't a meal, but they created food for their celebration. It was a good partnership between Lincoln and Muir. So the more we're able to work with our neighboring schools and neighboring students, it's better for everyone. And we're continuing our coffee chat series, much like our other schools in the area. So we increased our available options for our families. Taking a look at what they do, what they are requesting at the beginning of the year, in the middle of the year. So our families asked for some training around online predators. So we were able to work with Not Our Kids. We also, a local group, Immigrant Hope, came in and talked with our families about Know Your Rights, and were able to connect them to some resources. As anything, we make sure that we discuss our security procedures and attendance, right? You have to come to school to learn, so we want to make sure to increase that attendance awareness with our families. And new this year, we had targeted our recruitment efforts with San Leandro High School, and we identified about 30, 40 students who could benefit from Lincoln as a credit recovery program, and we invited them to meet with me and one of our counselors in the College Career Center. Those students were then given a flyer to say, hey, bring home, we have an open house. We also use Parent Square to send home, or send directly to those families, the information for our, what we're calling it, Lincoln Hopefuls Open House. So this was the first year where we targeted our families, invited them to come to Lincoln, and it was great. We had a couple teachers, a couple staff, and we were able to welcome families. So not just our traditional back to school open house, but this was specifically for incoming or interested families for Lincoln, so that they can tour the facility, meet with us, and learn about the opportunities that Lincoln has for students in San Leandro. And we can't do all of the amazing work we do without our volunteers. I would like to recognize Elizabeth Martinez. She is not only our ELAC chairperson, but she comes to all of these events I just said, and she creates great flyers and brochures and foldouts for information for families. So hard worker, dedicated to Lincoln. Thank you, Elizabeth. Can I get Lincoln staff up here real quick, super quick? Don't take too long. But be careful, be safe.
All right, Mr. Steinecke, thank you. And I think you're next up for SLVA.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Matthew Steinecke. I'm the principal of Virtual Academy. And thank you for allowing me to brag on Virtual Academy and share what we've been up to. So Virtual Academy is now in our third year as a school, and we continue to thrive and create unique learning opportunities for our students. What our staff is able to do during the school day to work with our students it's absolutely amazing. They've taken what they've learned during the pandemic, honed and crafted, and really created a great school for our students. It's been great that Virtual Academy is WASC accredited, and we'll be looking at a visit next February. So Virtual Academy staff will have a little bit of work to do. Virtual Academy continues to innovate and build a school that is unique and serves the needs of our students and families. In addition to what's on the slide, our elementary teachers were looking for and piloting and testing out different online learning platforms. And this year we found a program that they liked and will be adopting it K5 for next school year using a SLUSD and looking at what process for secondary. So elementary did a methodical process for their learning platform, and they'll be looking at next year what they can do to expand. So not only do we learn online, but we have monthly get-togethers, and this is one of our earlier on events at Toyon Park. Thank you, Jefferson. We're right next door. So we're able to have monthly in-person events, not only at the park, but we went, I'm jumping ahead of the show. So we start with Toyon Park, and then we also invite our students to come to our classroom space and use what they're learning in class to build hands-on STEAM experiments. So here are a couple of those experiments, and it'll up to you if they've gone well or if they didn't go so right? But that's part of the experiment. You gotta try it out, see how it works. And also our elementary school went to the Museum of Children's Art and went through a whole exploration around clay, with clay. What can you do with clay? And all day was around the clay and what they were able to do with it. So we are continuing our partnership with San Leandro Library. So we meet, used to be monthly. We are still using quite frequently one of their rooms. They are able to meet and greet our students, bring out the books, and to make sure that they are accessing what is available at the library and using those resources. For our goal too for our school is to not only to make sure our students are ready for college and career, but make sure that they are feeling connected to our school, connected to each other. So it's very important that we have those in-person opportunities and to create these virtual appointments. So it's important that our families are able to go somewhere to get help and get advice, but we, with our program coordinator and counselor, offering much more frequent virtual appointments and virtual meetings so that our families have access, because it's quite difficult to find and call. So if we're a virtual academy, then we're going to want to make sure we have our appointments and offerings virtually as well. In addition to creating those positive school connections, attendance is important. Attendance is incredibly important. So we have our program coordinator, Ms. Yvonne Mayer, has created the buzz around attendance at San Leandro Virtual Academy. So through her silly messages and working with our students and families, we're happy to report that we have been able to increase our attendance at San Leandro Virtual Academy. So not only is attendance important, but also valuing who our students are. So our middle school teacher, Ms. Kamara Patton, created an idea of a vision board party. So working with her students, and then a couple high school students actually came, so weren't on her caseload. But they came, spent about 3-4 hours working in our classroom for Virtual Academy and creating their visions for success. I was able to go and listen in on the conversations and to have them talk, interact, and students are totally fine. They are A-okay. They have the same questions, they have the same dreams, and it's a really great opportunity to see them in person because we don't get to see them interacting in person every day. For our third goal, so equity and inclusion, we want to make sure that we are working with everyone in our school and in our community. So we are continuing to build our partnerships. And one of the examples of this partnership is elementary had such a successful field trip to the Museum of Children's Art. Secondary is like, we want to do that too. So secondary went a couple weeks after, and I wanted to make sure that I put that up there. And you can see that we have a couple parents that are volunteering, working with us to make sure that we're able to offer these great programs for our students. And unfortunately, not unfortunately, but we are fortunate to have a wonderful Volunteer of the Year, Ms. Davina Martin. She is working this evening, so she is not able to attend, but she has been on our school site council from the beginning and was an informal member last year, someone that you could call and ask questions of, hey, how did that go? She was one of those people I would call, and then she stepped into this formal role as our school site council chairperson, and brought her daughter along. So her daughter's actually our vice chairperson, which is pretty cool. So I wanted to make sure to take the time to recognize Davina Martin. Thank you, Davina.
Thank you for your presentation. All right, next we'll have San Leandro Adult School.
Good evening. Thank you, Dr. McLaughlin, Cabinet and Board, for inviting us to participate this evening. I'm excited. It's the end of my 19th year at San Leandro Adult School as an administrator, and I can honestly say this is the most phenomenal and best year yet. And next year is looking even better. So we're going to celebrate tonight by talking about our many partnerships. We have approximately 32 partners. I don't have slides for all of them, but I wanted to put some of them up there so that you could see. All of our partnerships are, of course, board approved and are really, really integral into the success of the adult school. They make a lot of this happen. Our licensed vocational nursing program, it is ending our first cohort. We anticipate all of them graduating. Graduation is June 9th, and we just passed our first state audit and site visit for the LVN program, and the state has approved us for cohort number 2. We have another new partnership with the Alameda County Workforce Development Board, where students who are in need of computer skills who live in unincorporated Alameda County can take this class. When they finish, the Workforce Development Board gives every student a brand new free laptop. We just finished cohort 1. Cohort 2 will start in the fall. Now, this partnership we're about to talk about is very important. And I have with us tonight Dodi Zotai, who represents Empowered Aging, and she will be speaking in just a couple of moments. But I want to make sure everybody understands how phenomenal this program is, and it appears that we have received federal recognition for this program, and we will know more about that in the upcoming months. Okay, it's a healthcare career pathway, and this is a video that was just shot with our students.
Healthcare career pathway has definitely helped me in the sense that it allowed me to get my certification, and also it's the foundation of nursing. In terms of healthcare, it's a collaborative effort.
It's not easy job. It takes heart. I've done non-medical caregiving for 10 years.
My dad is a physician, so I spent my childhood going with him to care homes.
My mom, she wanted to become a nurse, but instead she got pregnant with me and my other siblings, so life had different plans for her. I got that call and it was like, oh my gosh, I did it. I'm in the program.
It was so amazing. Like for me, my kids, my mom, they provided support outside of school. Like we got gift cards for groceries.
My scrubs, my stethoscope, they offered my blood pressure cuff, they offered me a watch, they offered me shoes.
Gas money was super important.
It just helped me be able to show up every day and just have an open mind to learn it.
Anytime I go somewhere, I tell people about this program.
I realize this is my purpose.
This was one of 3 videos that were shot, and this video was premiered yesterday at a statewide conference, along with a few others from Empowered Aging. Oh, I thought you did 3. We're going to. Oh, okay, 2 more? Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to ask Dodi Zotai, who will be our honoree this evening as one of our partners, to help me participate in this particular program slides. There's about 4 of them. So, Dodi, why don't you go ahead?
Oh. He likes to pass stuff off to me. I'm Dodi Zotai. I'm from Empowered Aging. I'm the director of the Healthcare Career Pathway statewide expansion. Alameda County was our second statewide expansion. This was a program that was included in the governor's master plan for aging in 2020, and we received a $5 million grant to expand it in the state. San Leandro, since we started in the first year, is receiving almost $1 million. It's 990,000, so you know, 10,000 difference. But it's a free to students program, and it includes wraparound supportive services, including food supports like the grocery gift cards, access to food bank or a food pantry, and transportation support like the gas cards or BART tickets, bus tickets, Clipper cards. And so it's one of actually 6 total programs, but 5 statewide expansion sites. So we have Contra Costa, Alameda County, Sonoma County, Lake, Mendocino, and Kern County currently running programs. And as you like to say, the school district pays for nothing. The program is funded through the state, through the Healthcare Access and Information Department. And students receive everything. So all of the materials are paid for, the staff salaries are covered, and then the students receive obviously a free lunch every day through the district. Yep, go for it. So the gift cards that the students talked about, they get gas cards as well as Clipper cards. They get grocery gift cards. They have everything else covered that's required for the CNA training. So their live scan, CPR, first aid trainings are covered. And then there's also one-on-one case management, which is actually really key. So the staff at San Leandro, who are amazing, by the way, Christy and Kim are the professional development instructors. They also do one-on-one case management, and we have a partnership with Rubicon, where they also provide other services, and all of the students are enrolled in WIOA. So they receive support from this grant, but also ongoing through Alameda County Workforce Development Board's WIOA funding. Yeah. So we've finished the first 3 cohorts, and when do we start the next?
Well, the fourth
one's going right now, and they graduate June
30th.
June what?
30th.
June 30th. But when's graduation?
The actual ceremony?
Yeah. We'll make sure the school board's invited. So we do welcome you. Please attend. It's actually really amazing to hear the student stories and kind of where they've come from. The program is focused on students with addressable barriers. So those are usually folks who don't see themselves as successful in adult schools or community college. We've had 44 students enrolled in the first 3 cohorts here at Alameda County. We've had almost 200 statewide now, more in Contra Costa. And we are continuing to expand, adding additional clinical sites for the program. And it's very successful. I think we've only had 1 student drop in all 4 cohorts. So they're doing really, really great on retention. We also have a really high pass rate. This last cohort had 100% first time passing the certification exam, which is very challenging, and they did it in less than 3 weeks after graduation. So they were like on top of it. And the program is almost double the state requirements for CNA training. So it's 302 hours. The state only requires 160. But our HCP program, so the Healthcare Career Pathway, has about 40 hours of professional development, so all of those essential skills, job readiness, and also additional hours for that one-on-one piece to meet with staff, and also skills development that really helps them build their confidence. I think, yeah.
That's it?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Do my work for me. I love it. So you can see why this program is so important to us, and we are piggybacking this program. We're currently in negotiations with the Alameda County Workforce Board, and hopefully, if everything goes well, we will have funding to make our LVN program free of charge for next year. It's currently $25,500 per student, and we're hoping that that grant comes through as they're hoping as well, because we can continue to build our program and have more and more of our area community people go into the healthcare profession. So this is really important, and I want to recognize Dodi Zotai for all of her help. So Dodi, thank you very much. Yeah, that's it.
All right, great job, Mr. Frazier. It was great hearing from all of the schools today. Next up is board comments, and I guess we're gonna have to start with Mr. Aguilar.
Yes, thank you, President Sheridan. I do have a few comments. As always, I kind of point out themes and threads. And tonight I saw some really great highlights and themes of community partnerships and all of the partnerships that our schools have really been in on, such as what the adult school just showed us, the amazing partnerships that lead to potentially cost-saving, life-changing experiences for some people. And not only that, really enriching experiences for our kids. I also saw some great highlights of student leadership. San Leandro High highlighting its ASB students, Jefferson highlighting student council, all of these really great things where I'm seeing students leading, which always makes me happy. And just some impressive conversation around restructuring of programs, of what our programs for students look like. And it just makes me happy, and it makes me feel very proud of all of the principals, proud of our teachers and what they're doing in the classroom every single day. And so got some great overview tonight, and I want to appreciate everybody for coming out, principals for coming to present, kids for coming to perform, and to have fun with us. So thank you for this evening.
All right, thank you, Trustee Aguilar.
Yeah, I wanted to say also thank you to everybody who came and presented to us. It's kind of interesting, when I first got on the school board, I was a teacher for like 100 years, and I thought I knew everything there was to know about schools, but I didn't actually know much about the adult programs. And it's fascinating not only to see what's presented, but to see how many people take advantage of that, and it's really wonderful. Thank you for all you do.
Now that Trustee Rocha has joined us, let's pass the mic to her and ask her to complete her board comments, please.
Thank you. I'm impressed with the fact and the way that the schools are excelling in different ways. Like there's not a pattern. Each school has something special, like a gem or two that stood out. So I think that speaks to diversity and inclusion, and it speaks to the talent of staff and the enthusiasm that you've managed to garner in your students. And that's what flashed out at me very definitively. Congratulations and thank you for your presentations.
Thank you. Jefferson Elementary, I love the PD leading by knowing, or lead by learning. The students collecting 300 pounds of food, that's amazing. And Know Your Rights program, I think that's really important in this day and age with the hateful we have going on in Washington. I read an article today that there was a strawberry factory in Southern California, and I believe it was last week. The president of that organization taught his employees about knowing their rights, and as a result, I showed up at their gate, and because the folks at the gate knew their rights and asked them for a warrant, they weren't allowed to come in, so kudos for teaching that to our students. I love the mock trials for the San Leandro High School. They're learning some soft skills that you don't normally learn in school, and it really shows. Show choir, I wish there would have been a show choir when I was in high school, because I'd have been all over it. Lincoln High School, culinary arts program, what great lifelong skills they're learning. I really appreciate that. College success has a big place in my heart. I used to teach that when I was at California Culinary Academy. And then also it teaches the students to be successful while they're in college and teaches them some things they may not know going into it, just as San Leandro High had the Bancroft students come there to find out what high school is all about, so it kind of dovetails together. The Virtual Academy, I love that they're doing in-person activities. I think that promotes socialization. It's really good for our students. I'm really excited about the library partnership. When I was growing up, my parents used to take me to the library every 2 weeks. I would read 6 books. To this day, I love to read, so that's very exciting for me. And lastly, the adult school. Congratulations on your second cohort being approved. That's really great, and I really appreciated the video with the students in it. There's a lot of pride in that video, so thank you for all you do.
I don't think there's much left for me to say, Mr. Oshinsky, Trustee Oshinsky. No. Of course, I have many comments. I guess I'll start with Jefferson. So many wonderful things that I saw. I know we're actually preparing to go into a strategic planning session tomorrow, so I've been like culling through all the data. And as you were presenting all these different things that your site's been doing, I was like, oh my gosh, they're right on point. They're right on point. Like the responsiveness around the work that you're doing with families around Latino literacy and equipping them with like the physical tools to do the work with their kids. Like it's something we see in our data, right? When you look at parent surveys, so it's clear that you're listening to them, all the professional learning you're doing, data cycles, literacy work, writing is always a hard thing to kind of nail down when you're trying to do all the things, very on point. Appreciated the focus on your multilingual learners and your data cycles, and then just the work around what's going on with kids on the playground, right? Giving them those skills, those tools, and activating all of your students so that, you know, you really are leaning into a community, and it's not always going to the grown-ups, because even the grown-ups, we have to do a better job of like helping each other and not always going to like the authorities, right? So just really great to see you guys really dialed in to, you know, areas of need and just being really responsive to that. So I appreciated seeing that. High school and adult school, any way you kind of cut it, it's just really wonderful to see all the different ways that we're responsive to where families are and the ways kids want and need to be schooled, right? So there's a different model and a different structure for you based on kind of where you're at in life and what your needs are. So just really wonderful to see not only the different approaches and structures to learning, but also just the myriad of things kids can do and engage in. So it's wonderful to see all the hands-on work, and it's just great to see. We've done a lot of celebrating schools for elementary and middles, and just to see kind of where kids end up, right? We're about to launch them all off into their adulthood, and you just see like all of the different ways we prepared our kids. So great to see that. And I'm always really excited to see the adult school. It's always wonderful. I just appreciate the approach of removing barriers. Like we see the greatness that can come when we remove those socioeconomic factors that make it hard for our families and for young people whose paths have gone a different direction to take advantage of those opportunities. So excited we have this for folks in our community to do that workforce development work. And I'll stop there, because otherwise, what will our president have to say? Thank you all for presenting tonight.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for presenting. It was great hearing from Jefferson. I loved all of the activities that the student council's involved in and they get behind at that school. Also, the Latino Family Literacy Project. You know, I saw that post on Facebook or one of the other social media sites the other day, and I was like, you know, really impressed, really happy to see that, and I'm thrilled to hear that that's going on over there. And then, of course, the Know Your Rights workshop. I mean, it's unfortunate that it's one of those things that we need to help people with and families with in the schools, but it's just an unfortunate truth of today's climate. And then it was nice to see San Leandro High and get a glimpse of some of the cohorts that goes on at San Leandro High. I mean, you hear some of the main things with the student body or sports, but I mean, there's so much going on at San Leandro High between the different academies and these cohorts and the service groups and the clubs. If you ever have a chance to go to the quad when they are recruiting for clubs, I mean, you're just gonna look around and go, man, there's something for everyone here. So I loved seeing that. Lincoln High, again, as Trustee Oshinsky said, the culinary arts. Also love the forensic science that's going on over there. And Mr. Frazier, congratulations on your 19th year as an administrator there. You've built some incredible partnerships, and I want to congratulate you on everything that you have going on. I mean, year after year, so, you know, I've been here going on my 11th year. I mean, every year there's something new going on. There's something that we're like, wow, with this school. So great job. And the thing that I really love about it is we're talking about an adult school. These aren't individuals that are required to go to school. These are individuals who want to go to school. They want to improve themselves. They want to be there. And the successes that you're having over there is just incredible. Thank you.
All right, thanks, everybody. I'll start off again. End of the school year. It's hard for you guys, principals, to get all this stuff going, and I applaud you. Natalie and Fleur, I want to thank you for the work you've done at Jefferson. I applaud you, and good luck to your futures. And again, thank you so much. I know we had to bump this meeting because of some tragedies, and I appreciate you pulling it together and still showing off your school. So thank you so much. Maite, it's your, I don't know, you're doing a lot of great stuff. I can't see over there. You decided to hide in the dark. Doing wonderful things over at the high school. I like how you jumped in with both feet and you're looking at things that need to be adjusted or changed or emphasized. I know the staff's behind you, we're behind you, and just keep doing what you're doing. You're small but mighty. We just love that energy. I wish I had a quarter of it. Matt, thank you so much for taking on, you've done a great job at Lincoln, and you took on SLUSD, and I think you've done a wonderful job. And again, I applaud you for all your efforts, and we look forward to see what you do in your future. But again, always a pleasure. You know, you're born with a mic. Get up there and just do what you're doing. And again, we'll still see you around. And again, thank you so much. And then Bradley, we've known each other for many, many years. Again, like everybody else said, you're just not sitting still, you know, and that's what we look for. As, you know, as leaders, you and I sit in the same boat sometimes where they're looking for change, they're looking to move, they're looking to build, and you are one of those people. Every time I come to you, you got another idea, you got another, you know, another direction you might want to go to keep that adult school flourishing. You know, many of our adult schools haven't flourished, you know, around us, and you have kept it going and moving. And one thing, I appreciate your flexibility. You know, we've had to do different things to your campus to accommodate other programs, and you're always very gracious and being flexible and making it work. So again, thank you so much, and I hope you get a break. You know, people don't know, you know, adult schools don't really do this summer whole thing. They're always working. Seems like there's always something going on. So thank you so much. Thank you for everybody that came out tonight. I know this time of year there's a lot of things going on. Please enjoy the rest of the school year. Enjoy your evening. And if I don't see you, have a wonderful summer. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Dr. McLaughlin. At this point, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting. Moved by Trustee Aguilar, seconded by Trustee Oshinsky. Please vote. And it moves 6-0. Thank you, everybody.